What will you do if you're the king of an empire and you rely on the slavery of your people to keep you rich and powerful? But you see your people waking up and starting to show dissent. What would you do if you wanted to stay in power? You would sure hope that they forget about it. You would want to distract them, or even better, turn them against each other, so that they forget about their original cause. The mainstream media, which we all know is in the business of maintaining the status quo, is doing a great job at doing just that. They are reducing this global transformation that's going on, this beautiful shift in human consciousness, into a petty war between each other. They will continue to create sides for us to choose from. They will keep our minds focused on skin color and uniforms. They will tell us what opinion to have about events and other people. But what they will never do is bring focus back to the message of truth and change that is trying to be born and heard through this social upheaval. Are we listening to it? Are we paying attention? Or are we falling into the trap of being divided and conquered once again? Who are underneath these uniforms? Who are those we call protesters? From up close, one may be wearing a shiny badge that supposedly grants them authority over others, while the other may be holding a sign of rebellion against this said authority. But from a higher perspective, it's all the same. We are all human beings. And the reason why change is needed is meant to uplift not only those walking the streets, but also those wearing the uniforms. So let's talk to each other, not yell at each other. Let's talk to each other, not kill one another. Let's give power to our message, not our egos. Let's remind each other of the beautiful and unifying cause behind all of this. We want a world that honors all life. We want a world that is fair for everyone. We want peace. We all want to stop surviving and start living. We want to be free.
It's time for a new philosophy, folks. One based on, yes, the principles of Jesus, which were love your brother as yourself, because you know what? He is yourself. We are literally all one.
When we finally stop fighting against each other, we will gain enough perspective to see the real issue here. Now, one might say that the issue is the king of the empire, the corporate elite that is enslaving humanity. But even that is thinking too small. What is the life force of the system? Is it the small group of people calling the shots at the top of the pyramid? Or is it the 7 billion strong army of people complying? That is us. That is humanity. We do it because we want to keep our jobs, because we want to survive. But we only have to struggle to survive if we comply with a system that keeps us in isolation and competition. If we instead unite as a people, stop complying with the current structures in place, and support one another, we can not only survive, we can thrive. If we focus on solutions and learn about ways to be self-sufficient, we will no longer need to depend on the so-called owners of this world. If we use our creativity to build a new model that can work for everyone, including the environment, the old system will no longer hold power over us, because we're the boss. We are the ones who either give it power or let it collapse. We blame society, but we are society. Let's ask ourselves, what world do we want to live in? It's our choice, but it's a choice we gotta make together.
Peace, love, and light. How are you doing, my beautiful people? I am back with a quick, short lecture today. As you can see, the topic we are speaking on the elites, popular control, AI, the whole nine. I'll be quickly, going through this stuff, but I definitely wanted to speak on this today. This is in my spirit. I gotta get on it. So I'm gonna jump straight into it. Now, I was watching this video. I actually came across it this morning, and it kind of led me to how this world is overall, rotating. It's like we're not living, like the video mentioned. We're not living. We're surviving, and we are becoming codependent as well as lazy. And it's not because of us partially, but mainly it's because it's what we are being subjected to, because this is control. This is a form of manipulation, and this is how you create someone. If you continue to baby someone and hand feed them and just rub their feet all day, they will never know how it feels to be on their own. They will always depend on you for that nurturing, that safety, and that comfort. So this is what they have been doing to us slowly. And some people, they look at it as, oh, look what just came out. Oh, look what was just created. Look at this new trend that's going on. But the AI is becoming so implemented upon us, and it is just being amplified to the highest ability, and they are taking it way too far. But this is definitely nothing new. This video is actually fairly old, but like I said, I just recently came across this video today, and I thought it was like wild. And then I started to think deeply upon how much stuff is actually being subjected to us like this, whether it is this advanced or if it's, a little bit less, which I will be getting into in a second. But take a look at this, guys, and please let me know how you feel about this.
All you need here is an app.
Since you have an Amazon account already, you can use the same for that.
Hold your mobile phone to the scanner, and you're in. As Leonardo shows me Amazon's new menus and explains that the language assistant Alexa can help with the preparation at home, I'm under constant surveillance. Which shelf do I stop at? Which products am I interested in? On the ceiling, sensors and cameras. Intelligent image recognition captures my every move. What do I take off the shelf? What do I put back? And what do I take with me?
Now, to stop him before he moved forward, I wanted to tell you guys that I recently went to the doctor's, and when I went inside to check in, she said, "Do you have your phone?" I was like, "Yeah." And then she went to say how if I can download an app, or not even download an app, if I can search up a website and then, proceed to check in that way. I was directly in front of her, guys. I kid you not. But she sent me to an app, or not an app, I keep saying app, a website, to then proceed with the appointment. And I was like confused, because it's just like, what's the difference between me standing here a couple of minutes checking in with you, or being on my phone? And it's like, slowly but surely they are making us like become more and more comfortable with the fact that electronics are now going to be more and more and more a part of us in our daily lives and routine. And it is so sad to me, because it's just like I was directly in front of her, and it's just like, so you rather me just, take an extra step or extra steps to go on my phone, look up this website, verify who I am, and just all of this extra stuff when I am literally right in front of you. So Now what you're saying is you're too busy or you're too lazy and there was nobody behind me. It's just, it doesn't add up, but it's the new age that we are in, and it is slowly but surely turning into something like, just saddening. Like, it's very sad, and I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm gonna adjust to it, but it's just, looking at the outside world and how we are becoming comfortable with this lifestyle that we are being subjected to. It is just, it's crazy.
This branch is still in its test phase, but Amazon plans to open 50 such grocery stores this year alone. The end of the sales assistant. Just walk out. No more standing in line. No cashiers. I feel a bit like a shoplifter as I leave. Comfort at the cost of privacy.
So with this type of store, I guess they plan to make more, and I don't like this at all, but it is what it is. There's always going to be that one or a couple of group of people who are just like, oh, nice, I don't have to interact with people. But what's the point of life if you're sheltering yourself and you're isolating yourself from the world? You are then becoming like absorbed in a sense, and you're sheltered. They're creating us to be in a shell and just AI like hell, and it is crazy. But this is something that they are trying to, spread out across the world, as you have heard for yourself. And I guess, as you can see, he doesn't have to interact with the cashiers simply because there may not be any cashiers. So that is another downfall, because now people are losing their jobs, which then takes me to my next point of how this world is nanotechnology to its fullest. And please do your research on nanotechnology. It is crucial, and I was literally just led into this topic today, and I feel the need to speak on it because this is how they are wanting things to further go by. But as you guys may know, this world is becoming so lazy and so codependent, and they're forcing us unconsciously to depend on something else. So then we will have to just be, depending on something else. That's the whole gig. Like, they don't want for us to think for ourselves. They don't want for us to do for ourselves or have that say so or authority over our lives in general. So they want that control, and that's what it all leads back to. And control is power. Power is money, and money is, the ability to whatever, whenever, basically. But anyways, I don't know why people would want to control or have authority over, people's minds and the way that they want to go about their life. But that's toxic right there. Like, just by me thinking about that is just pathetic. But moving forward, these are some of the things that they have subjected us to, and they are creating yearly. As you guys may know, I know you see these everywhere you go, the self-checkouts. This is another way of not only making us codependent, lazy, and just taking away our jobs overall, but it's just separating us, and we are now becoming, like I said, isolated. And I know some people may say, oh, well, COVID, but I believe this was created well before COVID, and so was this store that he was just in, where they don't need self-checkout. It is basically just a like AI type, manufacturer type of thing. I don't know. I don't like it at all, like I was mentioning, but that's my opinion. But anyways, so we have the self-checkout, as you guys may know. I'm pretty sure that you guys have most likely dealt with one. I think it is harmful to us as U.S. citizens, because we are now less prone to getting a job because the stores are being filled with these. There's no more cashiers. These are the new waves. Like, that's the new cashier. And then we have food delivery. Now, this is beneficial, of course, but how is this harmful? What are the effects of this? This is creating laziness. We're becoming more and more codependent. All of these are examples of us becoming both lazy and codependent, but these are just, things that were normalized over time, and, we kind of forgot about the effects behind it, that we kind of adjusted to it, accepted it, and we found benefits from it. But convenience does not equate laziness, guys. So that is just something that, we kind of tend to verge off of forgetting. Like, oh, they deliver food, how convenient. But like, get out, take that extra step, spend that quality time with whomever, to get outside in general, go pick up your own food, get some fresh air, just the small things that make a big difference. So yeah, they're taking that ability away, going outside, as simple as that. Quality time with your family in the restaurant, I don't know, just the little things like I mentioned. And we have working from home. Now, this one is definitely being amplified now, especially because of quote unquote COVID. But yeah, this is something that I worry about for people, because it can take a toll on your mentality and how you function, being that you're stuck in one place for a lot of your day, inside of a house. You become, I know some people who just eat because they're at home, they have the television on, they're pretty much becoming lazy, and then by the time they're off, it's nighttime, they're tired, and it's just like a recurring process that is causing health issues, poor circulation, poor posture, the whole nine. The list goes on. You guys know how you can just read how effective being in one spot all day can be. Now, what else do we got? Electronics. This is definitely like a big one. We all know that electronics are very effective for not only children, but for adults. Like, there's been times where I have sat on my phone or in front of a television, in front of a computer for hours, and I don't even realize how much time has passed. So they're addictive. They are very, very, very effective to our eyes, our brains, our bodies. Like, some people binge, some people, they just get carried away. They lose focus of reality, and they pretty much are in this world for hours at a time because they completely forgot how long they've been on their phone, or how long they've been on their laptop, on their computer. So, or even on game systems. Like, they are poisoning our minds by, creating all of these super elite, devices that are furthermore killing us. So, and then of course, drive-throughs, guys. This is like a very, 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 I need to find the word that I'm looking for. Like, it is so normalized to the fact that, or to the point that we don't even realize what it is that we're doing. So let's just say if we have a alcoholic, they drink so much to the point that they don't even realize, or maybe they don't acknowledge the fact that they are an alcoholic. Like, they just like to drink at that point. Like, that's their mentality. I like to drink. But in reality, you are technically an alcoholic. Like, you are obsessively, drinking to the point where you are, you know, whatever then happens after that. But it's like we're doing these things to the point where we forget what we're doing. And it is now a part of us. It is normal to us. And we depend on it. If a drive-thru is closed, we typically pull off. You know, like we don't even want to go inside of the restaurant. But that's just how brainwashed we are. And that's how codependent we are. Like we don't wanna do, or maybe we're just lazy. Maybe that's the word for it. Siri, of course, we all know that Siri is like that shoulder for everything, whether it be alarms, reminders, you know, hey Siri, where am I? Directions to somewhere, you know, find my location, find my, you know, like just it even goes to the point where it's like, hey Siri, call dad, you know, and then the phone will start calling your dad, and it's so AI. It's just like, it's fun to us, but we are forgetting the fact that that is like that's the, like, we're holding the gun in our hands at that point, and we have no idea how damaging it is to our brain cells, because not only are we not exercising those brain cells so they are then being released because they are not being used, but we're forgetting them. We're harming ourselves, our eyes, like, I don't know, it all falls in line with being codependent. Let's see what else we got. Face recognition, which kind of ties in with the Siri thing. Like, we have to the point where we don't even have to, you know, type in our passcodes. They are creating, like, what is it? On the new phones, the newer iPhones, you don't even have to type in your codes. Just put your face in front of it. What else is face recognition? I believe it is like at certain jobs you can put your face in front of the camera to clock in. I actually had a job like that where I had to, you know, stand in front of a screen and be recognized before clocking in or while clocking in. And it was just like, for what? You know, like, what if I didn't believe in that? What if I didn't want to be recorded? So it's just like, these things are being, you know, created to help furthermore just control us. Like, what else can we do to control them? It kind of ties back in with that video. It's like, we are all 7 billion of us are looking up to this one world government, but it's like, who really has the power? You know, is it us or is it the 8 people in this building, you know? But it's just like, we are then being subjected constantly, continuously, and threatened and held under hostage. We are manipulated mentally, abused mentally, even physically once before, and we are now in fear. And the rabbit hole gets deep. Why are we in fear? Not only because of what we eat, what we see, what we do, but what we listen to, who we are around, what they spray in the air, you know, what we watch on a day-to-day basis, the news. Like, the rabbit hole gets so deep. Like, they created a system for failure. This world is not created to, you know, ascend you or help to ascend you, to help you to rise up to your best self. No, you actually have to detach yourself from this world, from this reality, just to improve, just to know the truth overall. And it's just sad. It is so sad, because some people are so blind, like I was mentioning, because of the things that they are subjecting themselves with or injecting themselves with, their minds. They are poisoning their minds, and they are, you know, blind to this lie that we are being forced to live through. And as you guys can see, it goes on and on and on. Like we have, even in Walmart, I know you guys may have seen this, majority of you, hopefully, I've seen this for myself, and I'm just like corner eyeing it. Like you may see these rolling around, or even these maybe, but personally, I seen the one previously that I just showed, this one. I seen this one. I seen this one, and it's just like a floor cleanser, and they also said it was something to track the stock on the shelves and to calculate pricing, make sure everything is full. Like, this is wild, y'all. So no more humans, you know, like it's just like they are trying to wipe us completely off of the earth. Like they want this to continue to be a computerized world, like to its fullest. That's why I say this is hell. Like this is the lowest form of living. This is the third dimension that we are in, and there's like absolutely no way for you to adjust to this and be your higher self. Like you can't like, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't participate in this world and be your higher self. It's nearly impossible because nothing is organic anymore. Nothing is natural. Nothing is of this earth. Like it is computer technology, AI, robotic, and just like, you know, electronically built. And it is just, it's crazy because it's like literally they're trying to wipe humans off of the face of this planet, which is probably why they genetically splice and, you know, switch suits or whatever they do. That's a whole nother story. But here's Walmart again. They have their grocery pickup where you can literally call, or not even call, you put in an order online, once again using your phone, to sit at home and order your groceries, and then you come into this little building. I've seen this multiple times. My mom actually tried to do it, and I had to tell her, no, Mom, do not do this. This is absolutely lazy. If you need me to go to Walmart, I'll go to Walmart. Like, that was just, it's terrible, guys. And it's just like they want us to be lazy slobs. Like, why can't we get up and grocery shop? You know, like, it is crazy. But these are just like, you just, like I mentioned, go in there, pick up your groceries, and someone is grocery shopping for you. They even have the people who sometimes put your groceries in your car for you, but that's being generous, I guess, or helpful for the most part. Gyms, I don't know, I was thinking about a gym because I was like, why are we paying somebody to exercise when we can just go in nature? You know, we're paying to be an AC and to use this equipment when we can literally be physically healthy outside, get sun, get nature, run up the bridge, run down the road. Like, it's like they're creating everything in their power. They're coming for everything, whether it be the food that we eat, what we do on a day-to-day basis, what we drive, what we wear, how we want our hair to be. Like, everything has a price tag. It is all about money. Money is power. And I believe, guys, that is it. The last one was sprinklers. Like, it's that deep, y'all. Yes. We don't even water our own grass anymore. We literally just turn on the sprinklers, which is wasting more money. And, you know, we're depending on this to water the grass. We don't water the grass no more. We buy sprinklers. And the list goes on. I'm more than likely sure that you guys know a couple of examples for yourself of how, you know, things are just creating us to be who we are today. But, you know, without further ado, guys, thank you so much. I truly appreciate your undivided attention. If you have made it this far, I value that, and I want to thank you so much for it. But I will be back shortly. Thank you again, and have a safe, balanced day.